Namaste. Welcome to Buddha's teaching. Today we're going to talk about the ego and what the ego can do to our lives. We all heard about the word ego, but most of us, I'm pretty sure, are not aware of what the ego is or um, how or what is the exact definition of ego. For most of the people on this planet, okay, we are run by ego. We just not aware of it. We just don't know about it. But the ego is in charge in most of us. So what is the ego and what does the ego do to us, do to our lives? We are stuck in a troubled relationship. Okay? We are stuck in a situation, okay, that we have some kind of argument or some kind of issue that we have, all right, and we keep thinking, we keep holding on to this thinking in our mind about it, all right. So whatever it is, that negative thinking, the anger that we have that is consuming us on a daily basis, okay, is the product of the ego, all right. And but we are not aware of that, because for most of us, when we are angry, we said I'm angry, and that's it, right? We are not aware that anger is a product of ego, because anger is an emotion, okay, and an emotion is the our emotions, they are the products of our own ego. They are the product of our own thinking mind. So we are literally operated by ego. So it's very hard for us to understand what this ego is. Since childbirth, we have been identifying ourselves with this ego. So the ego is me, I am the ego. So there is no way that the ego is gonna let it go itself go, because it is what it is, right? The ego is not gonna dissolve itself, okay? As long as we identify that with our thinking mind about what we think, about how we feel, that's what it is. So you have issue in life, okay? Let's say a family, husband and wife, having issue, and they always fight. They are on the verge of breaking up the family or whatnot, or even or some in some situation, because there are children involved, they try their best to stay together, right? But in the meantime, they are looking at each other as enemies, husbands and wives, right? I have seen many cases like that. Until one point, it just the matter of time. At one point, that the two parties cannot stay together any longer, cannot bear the heartache, the headache, and then the stress that is running in the in the family. So it ended up eventually breaking up the family, um, or even in the worst case scenario, somebody can get hurt, right? And it is because of um, the ego itself, right? The fighting ego. So each party, nobody is gonna back down. Okay, uh, everyone is holding on to the idea that they are right, and the husband or the wife is wrong, is an idiot, right? Is whatever name that you want to call him or her. Okay, is all kinds of things that the mind can think of. And when we have a fight, the mind can produce all kinds of negative, unwholesome thinking. So, so when you are in a situation like that, okay, you are under a lot of stress, right? You are sitting like this. Inside your, you have this negative energy running, okay? You can't be happy, and it shows in your face, and it will and eventually it will also affect your health, right? Your well-being. The body will get sick because of that uh, continuous pressure, continuous stress that the thinking mind or the ego is putting on the body. Okay, so it's just a matter of time, because the body can get sick that way also, as we all know. So as you sitting there, you cannot, you cannot find a way out, because now you in a predicament that you have this fight with her or with him or whatnot, right? But you can't do much, okay, because of whatever condition of the family or anything. So you're heavy, okay, you're not happy, it's very stressful, you feeling down, okay. So in another word, when you are in that mode, when you are in that feeling, okay, the stressful feeling, the negative feeling like this, okay, uh, feeling tight, feeling ache and pain, okay, and all that, what it's telling you is that your ego is now holding you hostage, okay. You are in the complete control of your own ego. All right, I'm going to repeat that again, because many people cannot understand that. When you're in that mode, in situation, you have this anxiety, all right, you have this depression, the sadness, the anger, all right, the hatred that is consuming you, all right. You can't stand seeing the face of that person, of your husband or your wife or whoever, right? That emotion, that feeling is consuming you, okay. That is what we call a hostage situation. You are under uh, the control of your own ego 100%, okay. You are under the control of your own ego 100%. It's just that you're not aware of it. All right. So notice I said you and your ego. Okay. So there's you here and there's your ego over here. So, but you are not aware that your ego is controlling you, and you become the ego itself. Right. You become the ego itself. So because of that, okay, whatever you feel, okay, the anger, the hatred, the jealousy, the negative thinking of this and that is going on, that's you. That's how you identify yourself, right? And there's no blame, because this is the way most of the people identify themselves with. Most of us, we identify ourselves with our own ego, okay, with our own ego, with our own feeling, with our own emotion that we are feeling, okay. When we're happy, we identify ourselves as I am happy, right? I'm joyful, I'm and all that. So obviously, when you are sad, when you are angry, or when you're hating people, you identify yourself with that also. Okay, so both sides, either way, these are ego that is running. Okay, the emotion, the thinking that is all going on, that is called ego. All right, this is this is something that is very unique, and it's very hard for a lot of people to understand this. Because why? Because of the I and the ego is like this right now, stick together like this right now. And when you're feeling down, when you're feeling sad, you're feeling upset, when you're feeling anxious, you said I am that, right? You're not aware that that is the ego that is controlling you. Okay, you see, you're not aware of that. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to point out to you, that you and your ego right now is one. You're like this, okay, together like this. You and your ego right now is one. You and you are over here, and by the ego is right on top, it's right on top of you. Okay, it's complete control. All right, in complete control. Okay, so whatever the feeling or the emotion that you have, which is the ego, that's that's who you that's who you identify yourself with. Okay, so as long as, and unfortunately for most people, this is how it has been, and this is how it's going to be for the rest of their lives, unless they come to across a teaching that explain to them that ah you need to understand what the ego is. Okay, you need to understand what the ego is doing to you. It's a unique teaching, and not many people teach that, unfortunately. So here we are. Okay, tap on our shoulder that okay, we are hearing the message. So the ego is in control of most of us. All right, when you're feeling down, you're feeling sad, you're angry, you're hateful, and all that, that's the ego. Okay, and because of that, how do you feel? How do you feel? You don't feel good, right? When you have a fight, okay, when you have argument, and when you sit down all by yourself, you're so like this. Is that what you like to feel? Ask yourself, is that what you like to feel? I can bet you 100% that's not what you like to feel, right? Life is not like that. Life is supposed to be like this. Happy, right? Enjoy. Look around. The environment, right? Nature, people. That's what life is supposed to be, right? Supposed to be happy, joyful, all right? Enjoy each other's company, experiencing things, okay, as they are, through our five senses, okay? That's what life is supposed to be. Life is supposed to be peaceful, joyful, and living harmoniously together. But, but, why is it that we cannot do that? The ego is holding on to you, is controlling you, saying no, you're not going there because you are angry. Okay, you cannot be happy because you are angry right now. You are angry with that person, you're angry with this situation, you are upset with that, whatever it is, you're angry. You're not going to, you cannot be happy. That's how the ego works. Okay, the ego is having 100% control on top of you. And the ego is very, very clever, very, very, is an expert in manipulating things, because the ego has the brain also, as the, as a machine that works, do the thinking. Okay. And I'm not saying that the ego is something of an alien nature or anything like that. Okay. Because ego is part of who we are, but we just have to understand what it is so that we can live with it, all right, peacefully. If we don't understand it, the ego will can and will destroy your peaceful, your peace, your happiness, and your family, and your your being, all right, the status of your being is terrible. So ask yourself, when you're having issue, okay, and the issue on top of issue on top of issue, you have stress on a daily basis, day in, day out, day in, day out, you feeling bogged down like this. That is not what you want, right? You want the other side. You want the sunny side. You don't want, you know, head full of stuff, right? But why is it that you can't break away from it? Why? Why is it that you can smile and all right, it's okay? Why is it that you can't do that? Because your ego is holding you down. Because your ego is in control of you 100%. You follow? You cannot let go. You cannot forgive. Okay? You cannot forgive of what people say or what people do. Okay? You cannot let go of the anger that you have, or whatever that happened already in the past. It's all in here. You're holding on to it so hard. You're holding on to it, right? As much as you can, as strong as you can. You're holding on to all the grudges. You're holding on to all those negative energy, negative emotion. You hold on to all of that. You cannot let go. Okay? That is the ego is doing it. It's doing. So as long as it's doing in that, you are stuck in that situation forever and ever. All right? I'm feeling so bad for people who's doing that. Okay? I'm feeling so bad for them. That's why I'm making this video so that if they come across this, at least, maybe it can help. That your ego is denying you life. All right? Your ego is denying you from, going outside, enjoying nature, enjoying people, friends and family. Your ego is denying you all that. You see, your ego is denying you all of that. The ego rather be, I'm right, they're all bad, right? They're wrong, they are so evil, and all this and all that. Okay, so because of that, the ego is the king occupying you. That I'm right. In the meantime, you are stuck in a rut, holding your head, ooh, like this. Okay, and you have no clue, right? I bet that's how you feel. You feel like screaming, right? Ooh, like this. That's how you feel. Okay. What you don't know is that it's the ego that is controlling you, right? You cannot forgive. You cannot let go of what happened. Okay. You're holding on to, you know something that already passed. You're holding on to it. Man, that is very unfortunate, okay? So there's a way out, all right? Just so that's what I'm trying to say. Don't let your ego deny you life, all right? Let it go. You have to learn to relax, okay? Learn to forgive people, all right? Because as people, you and I, we all grow up. We learn from our own mistake. We make mistake along the way, okay? We say stupid things, all right? We make mistake, okay? And if something goes out, wrong, that's how we learn not to do it again, okay? And as we go, other people are going in the same way, right? They make mistake, they stumble along, they do this or that. We have to learn to accept each other, okay? That we are a flawed creature, okay? We all have our flaws. Nobody is perfect. I'm sure you heard of that. You and I and everyone else, nobody is perfect. So we have to learn to accept the flaw of others as we understand ourselves that we also have flaws within. Okay? So if we can learn to accept them, all right, then next time you encounter the person or whatever the person say or do, instead of taking it negatively from them, you learn to accept the person. Okay, you learn to accept the person as he or she is. Okay, he is or she is right now doing the best of her or his ability at the moment. All right. um, so instead of getting mad, you can embrace or you can accept the person and embrace them as who they are at that particular moment, right? As long as they don't do any harm to you or to themselves, you know. If it's just some kind of interaction, you just okay, all right, that's fine. If that's how you feel, that's fine. But you don't hold you don't hold grudge within, because holding grudge is the product of the thinking mind. All right, the thinking mind creates this negative emotion, and that is called the ego. Okay, that is called the ego. So the ego is something that you cannot get rid of. It's part of us, and the ego can be beautiful, or it can destroy you, or it can deny you life, depending on how you understand it. Okay, so yes, there is a way out, as long as you are willing to work with yourself. Okay, because this is a, a journey, this is a path that you have to work with your own emotion. Okay, you have to work with your own understanding, and that's why you have to be open your ear a little bit and listen to other people, or like this video right here, you listen and you think about it. Okay, that is this going to take me to a better place or not, to have a peaceful mind, or bring me down. Okay, so you open up your heart a little bit, okay, and listen. You say, okay, what is it that I need to do? All right, so when you have that, at least you are willing. Okay, you are willing to, okay, I don't want to feel like this anymore. No. All right, so that's a good start. Right, if you don't want to feel like that anymore, then you say, okay, I need to find a way out of this negative feeling, this hole that I've been in. So that's a very good start right there. Okay, because you're looking for something, for a better uh, better situation. So the 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 practice is, so, and the lesson or the guidance for whoever is that you learn to accept people. Okay, you're willing to make the change inside here. So the change that is you, that is inside, that is making you, that is turning, is inside, right? You're willing to change yourself. You're not changing other people, right? You are willing to change yourself to make things better for yourself, right? Instead of, oh, like this, you say, okay, I'm gonna make a change. I'm not, I, that is not what I want. All right, that's not what I want. All right, so there's a way out. There's a way out. Okay, so there has to be a change in here. Okay, the change is happening in here. So what is the change again? You have to learn how to step back from your anger. When the next time anger come up, you say, "Oh, I'm angry with that person again. I just saw her pass, walk past me." Let's say you're in a rough relationship with your wife or your husband. Let's say, oh, or you catch your anger come up right again. You say, oh, wait, oh, hold back. So the change is in here. You have to work within you. Okay, work with your angry emotion that keep that coming up all the time. So, oh, okay, all right, hold on to yourself. Okay, so now you start to learn to control this, and you learn to accept he or him just as the way they are. If they walk past, okay, they walk past. Okay, they they say something bad, you just say, okay, he or she is saying something bad. Don't just hold back, just accept. Okay, all right, that's fine. I know because you are angry at me also, so it's normal that you say things that out of anger, out of hatred, whatever. But all right, so it is what it is. But I'm gonna change that because for a peaceful me, I'm gonna change. Okay, you remember, you're not gonna change other people. Change yourself first. Right? Change yourself first. I'm gonna change. I'm not gonna react negatively to that anymore because I want to feel better here. Okay, this is how you start. You learn how to accept people as they are. Whether they had they say bad words to you or whatever. First, now before you used to react back, talk back, okay, yell back, fight back. Now you change, okay. You're holding back. You're not saying, and it's not that you're not saying go, no, it's not like that. You say I'm doing this because I want to keep peace within. So this change that you're making is for yourself. This is step number one. Right? This is step number one because you want to have a peace of mind. You want to break away from the control of your own ego right now. Okay, nobody else ego. You want to break away from this emotion, the strong emotion that is holding you hostage. All right, that is keeping you down. All right, this strong emotion, you want to break away from that. All right, you want to break away from that. So that's the reason why you do. Right, that's the reason why you do this. You say, I don't want to feel this anymore. Okay, so if you don't want to do that, then you stop reacting angry. Okay, you say, all right, I'm not doing that anymore because I want to have peace instead. I want my life back. I want to have peace instead. You practice this, okay, over and over again. I know the first few days is very difficult because this is how you this is when you start anything. It's the first step is always the hardest. Okay, but you start it. You work on it. You work on it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hold back because this is for me, right? For my own peacefulness, for my own happiness. I want to hold back. Calm down. Hold back. Hold and let people do whatever. That's fine. All right. After 1 week, Okay, after 1 week, you will see something different happening inside. You will feel, it's a little bit stressful, right? I think I have a better, clearer mind. It's not bad. See, that's when you realize that you're gonna start to take your life back from the ego, right? You start to take your life back from the ego a little bit at a time. And so when you see that after week number 1, you say, all right, let me continue this. Hold back, no anger, control. When the anger comes, oh, go back. Okay, that's fine. You can say whatever, you can, or whatever, you can give me a dirty look. You can call me whatever, an animal, a dog, a chicken, a cow. Okay, that's fine. Whatever it is, you just hold back. Right? Let me try to work on myself first. Hold this back. Week number 2, you will see improvement. You will see progress. Week number 3, this is when you truly see that yes, it is working for you. Okay, yes, this is working for me. Wow. So I've been living under the control of my own ego for such a long time. But now that I'm refusing the negative ego to come up, the negative thinking, right? Think about this, think about that, about what happened in the past. Think about that person, she evil, he's bad, right? He's no good, or she's such a evil. When you stop all of that, right? Because all of that bring you anxiety and all that, right? You stop all that. You just focus on yourself. Okay, all right. I'm holding this and just accept things. After this, week 3, you will see, oh, something is changing. I'm feeling better. I can see blue sky now. I forgot that the sky is blue for a long time. Now I see that, there's white cloud in the sky. Look at the birds. Oh, look at the flowers. You will see the change in you. Okay? You will see the change in you. That's how you break away from the ego. Okay, I know it's a journey that we all take. Okay, but the journey begins with the step 1, right? The first step that you want to break away from that. You want to break away from that. Okay, so when you want to break away that, if you want to break away from that, that's what you do, right? Stop holding on to all those thinking. Let go. And so learn to listen, but do not react fast, and you don't have to respond all the time. Hold back. Many times, as you all heard, it's you rather keep silence, okay, keep quiet to have peace, than talking back. Wow, 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 right? Wow, 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 back, react. That's not good. That's the ego work right there. When you go wow, 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 that's the ego that is controlling you. That is what you want to break away from. Okay, so next time when you notice yourself yelling again, right? Wow, 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 wow. You said, oh, there I go again. That's the ego, right? That take the peace away from me. Go back. Okay, so that is the step that you're gonna take, and it's a guarantee. All right. Week 3, you will surely see the difference in you, right? The changing stress level, the anxiety or whatever pressure that you've been having, you feel much better. That's a guarantee. As long as you keep practicing this, accepting, forgiving people, all right, forgiving yourself, forgiving people, accepting yourself, that everyone has flaws. and we embrace each other, it's a guarantee. When you get to week 3, you see you will certainly see the difference in you, and it will only get better from there as you learn how to release, learn to let go more of your own opinion, of your own whatever grudge, your own long lost memory that you've been holding on to. Then you will be liberated from that anxiety, from the stress, from the uh, depression, from the sadness, from the you know all kinds of stuff that you've been holding on in here. So, oh, no more. Okay, that's what you need to do, right? So that's what I like to share with you all today. I hope this message come across for people who needs to hear this, right? Because I know I've seen many people going through this scenario, completely consumed by their own ego, and they cannot find a way out. I feel so bad, right? So that's why I hope this message go through as many people as it possibly can, right? I hope you are one of them. Until next time, I like to pay respect to the triple gems. I like to pay respect to the Buddha. I like to pay respect to the Dharma. And I like to pay respect to the Sangha. Namaste.